Shalom. To start this lesson, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and citation to sincere brothers pushing his truth and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth diligently. To you I say Shalom. And what I want to go into in this lesson is basically, all right, what was written aforetime was written for our learning, man. All right. What was written the fourth time is written for our learning, man. And this is gonna be, episode. Another episode of a message for us young brothers, man. All right, it's gonna be another episode for a message for us young brothers, man. All right, and the title's going to be everything that was written the fourth time was written for our learning. All right, because last night I was talking to my captain. All right, I was talking to him, and we was talking. And he was basically saying, we was talking about, faith. We was talking about, prophecy and so on and so forth. And the spirit hit me, and I told my captain, I was like, hey, man, we know about these different prophecies. They're going to come to pass. We read about them, but we also have to read these different stories about how the men of the Lord in ancient times, how they called upon the Lord and they was protected, and how they had faith in the Lord and they were protected, when they was going through, different things, when they was going through different things, and also when they were in troubles, man. All right. When they was in troubles and when they was in tight places. For example, King David, Daniel in the lion's den. All right. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in that fire. All right. You got you got those in the scriptures, man. All right. You got to read those stories so they can build your faith, man, because those two stories right there, Daniel was in a lion's den, man. He could have been devoured by lions, man, but guess what? He didn't. All right. The Lord was with him. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they could have burnt to death, but guess what? They didn't. All right. And who was in the midst of the fire with them? Yahushai. All right. So these stories are for us to read so it can build our faith, so we can know that, okay, the Lord was with those men. He was with his men, I should say. All right. He was with his men. When you read these different stories, it shows that the Lord was with his men. If he was with his men back then, he's going to be with me in these times, man, as well, man. So reading these stories is beneficial, man, because yes, we understand. We read the prophecies. We read the scriptures dealing with prophecies, so we can know. We read the scriptures dealing with prophecy. All right, I'm gonna just say that we read the scriptures dealing with prophecy, but we also have to read the scriptures. We have to read the stories, I should say, man. All right, because they're gonna build your faith, man. So when all hell break loose, all right, you're not just in shock, man. Because, yes, you was reading the scriptures about, all hell, you was reading the scriptures about Jacob's trouble, all right? You was reading the scriptures about how the women going to get ravished and so on and so forth. Yes, you was reading it, but guess what, man? Were you reading the other stories about how the Lord protected his men? Were you reading those stories to build your faith, all right? Were you reading those stories so your faith can be built, all right? Were you? So it's beneficial to get into these stories, man. All right, so it can build your faith. So when all hell break loose, you can know, okay, the Lord was with Daniel. You was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Oh, he gonna be with me. You gotta be reading these stories, man. Okay, but let me get right into it. This is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? So what was written aforetime, all right? Like it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, man. It was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope, man. All right? So what was written aforetime was written for our learning, brothers. All right? It was written for our learning. All right? These stories ain't just in the scriptures just for no goddamn reason. They in the scriptures for a reason. For us to read it, man. And for it to build our faith, man. All right? So we can know, okay, the Lord he was with those men, he gonna be with me, man. All I have to do is call upon him. All I have to do is call upon them. All I have to do is have faith in them. And that them I'm talking about is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, man. Okay? But these stories are written, these stories are in the scriptures for a reason, for us to read them so we can know, okay, when we're in trouble, call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. When we're in trouble, have faith in the Lord. They're written there, man. They're written there to build up our faith, and they're also written there to, when we're in trouble, don't forget to call upon the Lord. He gonna come through. They gonna come through, I should say. They're also written so, when you're in trouble, hey, all I have to do is believe. All right? They're written in the scripture, so when you're in trouble, you can know to call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, just like the men of the Lord did in ancient times. And they're also written so when you're in trouble, you can call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, just like the men in ancient times did. And they're also written so what? They can build up your faith. All right, build up your faith. All right. It's going to, they're written so they can build up your faith. So when you get into trouble, all right, you can know, okay, I read these stories. It built up my faith. I'm going to just believe and have faith that the Lord going to come through like he did with the other men, man. All right, his other men. Okay? Let's grab another precept, man. In the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter and the 10th verse. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise? Slakia. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And the answer is nobody, man. All right. It said, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? The answer is no. Or did any abide in the fear? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? The answer is no. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And that's the answer is nobody, man. All right? Answer is nobody, man. Okay? Did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? No. He was with them. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? No. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? The answer is nobody, man. Nobody, man. Okay? It's nobody, man. All right? Nobody. So if you trust, like I said, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? If you trust in the Lord, you're not going to be confounded. He going to be with you. All right? If you're in trouble and you trust in the Lord, guess what? You're not going to be confounded. All right? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? You're not going to be forsaken if you abide in his fear also, man. All right? Like it says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, man. If you abide in the fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you're not going to be forsaken. All right? You're not. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? The answer is nobody. If you call upon the Lord, he's not going to despise you. He's not. Especially if you're doing what's pleasing to the Lord. All right? I'm going to say that, man. I said especially if you're doing it. Nah, I'm gonna say this. If you're doing what's pleasing to the Lord, guess what? You're not going to be, you're not going to be despised. All right? You're not going to be despised. You're not going to be forsaken. All right? The Lord, if you're doing what's pleasing to the Lord, you're not going to be despised or forsaken. All right? The Lord going to protect you, and he going to keep you, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to protect you and keep you, man. Okay? Plain. Let's grab Psalms. This is Psalms 34 and verse... I'll start at verse 15. Psalms 34, verse 15. The eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Right. So the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, man. And his ears are open unto their cry. So the Lord's going to hear the cries of the righteous. And what he's going to do, he's going to protect them. He's going to protect them, and he's also going to deliver them. Okay? Jumping down to verse 17. Well, I'm going to continue reading. Verse 16. The face of the Lord Yahweh is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord Yahweh heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Right, man. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth it. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hear it and delivereth them out of all their troubles, man. Plain. That's plain, man. So the righteous cry, and the Lord hear it, and delivereth them out of all, and delivereth them out of all. And deliver them out of all their troubles. So the Lord hear the cry, all right, and he delivereth them out of all their trouble, all right, troubles, the righteous. That's plain, all right, that's plain, man. Okay, verse 18, the Lord Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. And that's another thing we have to be humble, all right, just letting that be known. In this truth, we have to be humble. Just letting that be known. Verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh delivereth him out of all of them. Slakia. Delivereth him out of them all. All right? Plain, man. Plain, man. Okay? I got to keep reading, man. Because 22 is very mighty. Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. So the Lord gonna be with his men. The Lord gonna be with those that trust in him. All right, trust in them, I should say. Okay, The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be with those that trust in them, man. Okay? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be with those that trust in them. All right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to deliver those that call upon them. Okay? Plain, man. Okay? So, it's something quick I wanted to get into. It was nothing planned, just flowing in the spirit. All right, everything that was written Aforetime was written for our learning, man. All right, these different stories, we have to get into these different stories. We have to read about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We have to read about Daniel and the lion's den. All right, we got to read about King David slewing Goliath, man. All right, we got to read about these different stories, man. All right, so what, we got to read these different stories so what, they can build our faith, man. So they can build our faith. Okay? These stories are beneficial, man. All right? And if we read them, all right, if we read them and we continue to read them, because there's nothing wrong with going back to read the same story. If we read them and continue to read them, all right, guess what, man? Hey, your faith going to continue to be built up. It's going to continue to be built up, man. All right? You're going to know that, all right, the Lord was with these men. Guess what? He gonna be with me, man. Okay? Plain, man. All right, plain. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the sincere brothers pushing his truth and all true sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth diligently. To you I say shalom.